That's basically my argument. It's circumstantial evidence. No one can prove that Tommy Robinson was in prison because no one's ever seen him except for Ross Kemp, and he brings him back in for the day. And Street Mike, he went to visit him, but he brings him back for the day. But he's such a Zionist shill, he might even cover up for Tommy.
Did you know what?
This guy also, he got a flat from Tommy Robinson, right? So he's indebted to Tommy Robinson. That's what he said. I've got it on video. What have you got? You somewhere to live?
If I need somewhere to live, now I know where to go.
Go on Patriotic Twins UK.
Can I please
now
respond? Okay. So you know what your argument is? Your argument is epistemically circular. So
it's circumstantial. No, it's circumstantial.
Now you're interrupting me.
Yeah.
Okay. So what you've done here is you've established this line of proof that you're not going to take. You're not going to take the statement that was done by the police and by Tommy himself that he was in Belmarsh. Now, however, the evidence that you are accepting, however, is Tommy's personal testimony that when he was in segregation unit, he had the wing cleared out for his exercise. So the hold on. So the evidence you're taking is not what he said, but also what he did said. So it's circular. You're not allowing me to use this piece of evidence, but you're using it for yourself to prove a counterpoint.
What I'm saying is
so
that
are you not
you
using
can't
the proof
that Tommy was there.
No, you're using
I'm
the same proof I am to come to a different conclusion.
No one can prove he was there
okay,
either.
do you have proof that he
Because Tommy
wasn't?
Robinson is a Zionist shill that gets money from old people, right, while he's in prison, and he's not fucking there. And he comes out with a stupid ginger fucking beard, and he's talking to Street Mike like he's just been down the betting shop for 5 minutes.
Okay.
I've seen people coming out of isolation, and they don't talk the way Tommy talks.
Well, that's because he was in isolation before, and if you look at the previous recording,
you make all the excuses for him.
It's not an excuse. It's actually giving.
Are you a Christian Zionist?
Not really. I mean,
so what is are you a Catholic or you're
I'm
a
Eastern Orthodox.
Eastern Orthodox?
But I think
Russian?
Pardon?
Russian. That's
so firstly, like my position on Israel is this: that Israel helps in terms of One second. So I think Islam serves to the benefit of avoiding.
Islam's coming to this. Where's Islam?
Okay. Israel works in the benefit. No, I'm not. Israel works for the benefit of removing Islamic. 1 second, my friend. Israel works in the benefit.
Free Palestine!
Can you stop? Allah was a Zionist. Now,
can someone get me my
I'm never going to be allowed to speak, am I? Okay. Israel works in the benefit of removing. Can you stop talking? Israel works in the benefit of avoiding Islamic aggression, and in fact, Israel, in terms of avoiding Islamic aggression, works for the benefit of the West. That's my claim.
There's no more speaking for him.
I will say that he's in the Greek Orthodox Church, right? Yes. We know that the Patriarch of Constantinople voted. Now, what did they vote for? They voted for something. And they had to be removed. Because where it was...
I don't think you made a full sentence.
Well, basically what happened was Zelensky had a peace meeting, right? Because I also got the Russian flag, right? Zelensky had a peace meeting and he wanted to pretend the whole world was
pro-Russian, by the way?
Oh, 100%.
Okay, good. So,
no, don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt me.
You've been interrupting me for the whole duration of
Let me finish. I want to talk about the Patriarch of Constantinople because you're in the Orthodox.
Of course, but
right. So what happened is they all went to a Zelensky meeting, and the European Union voted, but they're not a country. Only individual countries turned up, right? They pretended there was so many people voting against Russia. And the Patriarch,
the jurisdiction of the Ukrainian church, right?
Yeah, but the Patriarch of Constantinople
you understand that
sides with Ukraine.
You understand that I am part of a jurisdiction that sides with the Ukrainian jurisdiction splitting with the Russians.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. You're pro-Ukrainian.
No, I'm not.
You are.
Yeah, I am. Sorry.
Yeah. Get your facts right, mate.
No,
I'm saying to you now. That's exactly why I'm saying it. Because
I'm pro-Ukrainian.
Zelensky is a Zionist shill.
Okay.
NATO
so I stand
expansion.
With Ukraine.
Yeah, NATO. Yeah. So
because let me get it right. A country which signed over its Soviet-age nukes for the sake of peace. Can you stop interrupting me? So, let me get this right. I am pro a country that gave up its its Soviet-age nuclear missiles for the sake of peace.
Because it didn't belong to them. No, they didn't do
I
it
am
for
pro.
peace.
Like you, stop interrupting me. For a man who called me soulless, you have no soul whatsoever when it comes to the art of
You don't
discussion.
respect your elders.
No, I don't respect people that say I'm soulless and I'm a Zionist shill.
You are.
However,
You are a
hold on,
soulless.
hold on, hold on,
Russian flag,
hold
Russian
on.
flag.
Okay. The moron just keeps on interrupting me. So what I am, and I'll make my position very clear. I am pro the country that makes secured peace for giving up its nuclear arsenal.
Can I answer that question?
I am pro any country that goes against Islamic aggression. I accept Tommy Robinson off his merits for uncovering the grooming gangs in Rotherham and talking about the gate rape.
No,
of
we're
Britain.
talking about.
Wait, one sec.
We're talking about
Because
the
your
constant-
accusation, hold on, your accusation was this, and you keep on interrupting me. So unfortunately, I can't have a discussion what I genuinely believe. So I'm going to break down my beliefs, and instead of you interrupting me like a dog, you're going to allow me to
not a
speak.
dog, mate.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
a human being.
Okay, I can.
But I'm not a
I
shill
can-
either like you.
I will stop calling you a dog if you stop acting like one.
No,
you stop
I
barking
don't
like
bark.
one.
I don't bark.
Yes, you are.
I speak truth. Now let me answer your
now he's
question.
interrupting me.
Now let me
Now he's
answer your
interrupting me.
question. Let me answer his
doggy is now barking.
question. Now let me answer this guy's question on Ukraine giving up its nuclear weapons. That was
It's not a
before.
question.
Well, his statement, which is true, but that was before they had the coup d'état initiated by the Zionist CIA, right, in 2014 against Viktor Yanukovych. Right, they give up their nuclear weapons basically because they belonged to the Soviet Union, which was basically owned by Russia.
No, I was talking about Ukraine.
It was no, it
They were
didn't belong to-
Soviet age, yeah, sure,
It
but they
was-
were in the
listen,
Ukrainian.
but the thing is,
it was,
this
it
is
was
when-
within their legal rights to possess those
This
nuclear
is when
weapons. It was
Ukraine had a
within their
government-
jurisdiction to do so. So I want to make this very clear because for whatever reason, whenever I'm saying something, you just like to interrupt and intercede it.
Like you just did to me. Like you just did to me. No, don't touch your ear. Don't touch your ear.
I am going to do
He
so.
thinks he's Big Bob.
I'm not.
He
I'm
thinks
really
he's Big
not.
Bob.
I'm really not.
So look, now
I'm
because
really
you touch
not.
your ear, I'm going to interrupt you.
Okay.
No, he is a Big Bob.
This is the issue with the people who are incredibly
what happened was-
conspiratorial and borderline anti-Semitic.
What
They're just
happened was
rude.
anti-Semitic.
Yeah, like these people who just blame
Zionists are
everything
not
on.
Semitic.
Hold on.
Palestinians are
hold on,
Semitic.
Hold on. It's a dog whistle.
Palestinians are Semitic.
It's a dog whistle.
Yeah, it's a what?
It's a dog whistle.
What that is?
No, just blaming everything on, for example,
Right.
Israeli
So-
lobby groups.
so what we got,
is a
right?
dog whistle.
So what we've got, right, we've got the Ukrainians giving up their nuclear weapons when they had a proper prime minister, proper president in charge, right? So, but what happened was in 2014, the CIA, Zionist-controlled CIA, right, done a coup d'état.
How is the CIA controlled by Israel?
Because Victoria Nuland, right, whose real name is Victoria Noodleman,
Okay.
right, comes from Bessarabia, which is now called the Odessa Oblast,
Yep.
and her family got kicked out in 1904 by the Russian pogroms. They hate Russia.
Okay.
These people,
How does that
hold
mean
on,
Zionist controlled?
because she was there in Kiev handing out ginger cookies,
How
right,
does it
in
mean he's a
Maidan
Zionist?
Square, and she was caught on a phone
does it
call,
mean he's a
and
Zionist?
she was caught on a phone call, right, who's the famous boxer in Ukraine?
How does this mean he's a Zionist?
Because she said, should we put
Klitschko.
I'm gonna keep on
should
waiting
we
for him to
put
give an answer.
Klitschko as president after they got rid of Viktor Yanukovych? So
How
from
does
that
it mean
moment on,
he's a Zionist? Okay, so
No,
do you know
no,
what my issue with
Victoria
your
Nuland-
discussion?
Victoria
Do you know what my
Nuland is a
issue?
Zionist.
Do you know what my issue is with your form of discussion?
Because you don't like I call out Zionists.
The issue is this. So firstly, my problem is that
Do you know my
we're
issue
never
with
gonna
you?
be able- we're never
Because
gonna- we're
you
never gonna be
deny
able to-
Zionism.
I don't deny Zionism.
Yes, you do.
I think Zionism
you
is a
deny it
perfectly
as
good
an
tool.
evil ideology.
I think
that
Zionism is
took
a
over
perfectly good
America,
tool. Yep.
took over Britain,
Yep.
and we use it as a proxy in Israel.
That's
right?
right. So
This
Zionism is a perfectly
Israel
good
as a
tool
proxy.
to counteract Islamic aggression. It is
What
also
aggression?
something.
Every
Do you
country
think
in
it's
the
not-
Middle East has
Pardon?
been destroyed by these psychopaths.
Not really.
Iraq,
Yep.
Syria,
Yep.
Lebanon,
Yep.
the Gaza Strip,
Saudi.
Libya.
Do you think Saudi Arabia is doing perfectly fine?
They're shields.
Okay,
They're
so
shields,
let me get
mate.
straight. You're going to selectively discuss
Yeah, the
a
people-
country. You're not going to let me speak.
That in
Do you know,
Iran.
do you know what? Do you know what a bad?
Yeah, because you're
aside-
talking rubbish.
Instead, okay. How
You
about
are
this? If you
talking
interrupt me
rubbish.
again, I'm not going to have this discussion with you. But instead,
Go
explain
away then.
everything.
I told you I didn't
Okay,
want the
okay,
conversation.
good. Then disengage.
No, you disengage. You said you're
no,
not
because
gonna
I'm going to
have
stay
this
here
discussion.
because I'm perfectly
Oh,
able
I'm
to
not
have
going to have this
discussion.
discussion if I answer. This man is a hypocrite.
I'm
He's only
not.
17, but he's not really a man. He's
You
a
called
boy.
me soulless. You keep
You
on
are
interrupting my
soulless.
discussion.
You
keep
have
on-
bought in
you keep on
to the
assuming
Zionist
things.
shield.
I'm not.
You are. You're
I
a
wish I was
Zionist
poor.
shield.
I lose money doing
Lex,
that.
I've got it on video, right? That he let Tommy Robinson house him.
No, I
Right,
did
he's
not.
now in debt to the Zionist shield.
I wish I could tell
And when Tommy Robinson was in Westminster Magistrates Court, only a select few were allowed to go in with Tommy
That's not
Robinson.
true.
He was one of
That's
them.
not true. The
Yes, he
public
was.
gallery is accessible to any member of the
That's why
public.
there was loads of... Isn't it funny how you got in though, wasn't it? Isn't
was
it funny
funny.
how you...
Because I went
Did you
there
get in the
early.
transit van round in Crawford Place?
Yes, I did, yeah.
Oh, he went in the transit van that Tommy
That
Robinson...
somehow means I'm paid by the
He's in Tommy's
Israelis.
group. And he's got Ezra Ravan from Rebel News, a famous Zionist.
He's also famous
He's
for
a
covering the
famous
legal
Zionist
costs of notorious
for
politicians.
getting his share
Do you
of the
think all of the
shekels.
truckers in Canada are Zionists?
No.
Okay, what about the Amish? Because he
That's
also
in Canada. Why don't he stay in
Hold on,
Canada?
hold on.
Why don't he stay in
Hold on,
Canada?
hold on.
Why does he have to come
So
over
if
here?
the suspicion,
Smiling
can
is
you
great.
stop interrupting me?
Ezra Ravan, no, go away if you don't like.
Okay,
Ezra
so what I'm going to do,
Ravan-
hold on. I'm going to
Ezra
speak.
Ravan, I'll carry
I'm going to
on.
allow. So
Ezra
I'm going to
Ravan,
explain over
right?
here. If you
Oh,
want to come.
oh, right, he's dead.
You're not engaging in a discussion.
I wouldn't engage with you, you're a Zionist shield.
برا يلا برا
If the suspicion is that every single person has their legal fees covered by Ezra, therefore there is Israeli shield. That means the Amish that covered his legal fees are Zionists. That means the Canadian truckers that Ezra helped are Israeli Zionists. That means that all of the other small independent journalists he covers are Israeli Zionists. Now, I believe Zionism is an effective form of making sure that we counteract Islamic aggression. In terms of a foreign conflict, I think firstly a lot of the facts that we talk about Palestine are disinformation, simply being used by a bunch of idiots that have white savior complexes to complain about things they know nothing about. If we want to talk about why I think it's appropriate for people who are privileged in the West to talk about issues they know nothing about, I think it's stupid. Thirdly, Tommy did not help at all in terms of my housing. He made sure I was okay, sure, on a message. Besides from that, I don't know where he's getting this fantasy from. I could give you credible accounts from people that housed me throughout the duration of my homelessness, and they are nothing to do with Tommy. I've only recently gotten his good graces, and I didn't really secretly get in a passage with him in his court case. A public gallery in a court is accessible to any member of the public. I lined up like everyone else, but he knows me from my online profile. If you want to keep on interrupting me, that's fine. However, I don't want disinformation spread for the fact you keep on interrupting me. And again, the issue with himself is that he runs off these loaded assumptions. He says that someone is a Zionist shield because of this, couldn't prove it because of this, and it is an infinite regression of assumed claims without any evidence. That's why I believe people like that are just butthurt. They don't know what to say, they're very jealous of a platform, and he aligns himself with Muslims like this who just shout like monkeys. I think Israel is a good nation to sort out Islamic aggression in the Middle East. I don't really care about foreign conflicts that have nothing to do with myself, and I think Christianity, Judaism and Islam all promote that it's their homeland.
المهم نرجع نشقى.
Can I ask you another question?
والله أطيح حظك
I'm going to go in front.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you an honest question. You don't have to.
أبو حلقة صغير جاء أبو حلقة صغير يا حليل أبو
You
حلقة
don't
صغير
believe that
يا
Islam.
حليل فم صغير شوفوا ما شوف فم.
Well, I agree.
Yeah.
Do you believe that the Prophet of
والله هذا
Islam
فهم سلفي.
married a 6-year-old girl and committed sex crimes?